Why men don't want to get married, the main reason is because the divorce laws in the United States are crazy.
I don't think that's why. I think they just don't want to get married because they just want to around.
If you want to find a woman that doesn't work and you marry her and you have kids and then she wants a divorce because something might have happened in the relationship, do you not think that it would be fair if she doesn't have a job, that if you leave her, she's going to feel like, I'm like a single mom now, I don't have a job, I haven't built up my career or anything. Why wouldn't she get half? Isn't that kind of fair?
Perfect example of Destiny's Wife
isn't
giving a super niche example for a blanket statement.
It's not niche at all. That's kind of why the law is there.
How many women don't have jobs now?
I have absolutely no idea, but it seems like guys like you want to find someone that is submissive, that can't really like leave.
So then you're going to have to get divorced and give her half your because you want her to be home and sit there like this too.
Say that you would do that until you're like 40 and then you want a divorce. Like, of course you would want to have the half because she hasn't built up her life.
Stop talking fast and over me to like seem like you're smart. I know this is a Destiny tactic. Relax.
Really?
Okay.
Also, this is my second language.
I'm also going to say this.
I want you to do this in Japanese right now.
Relax.
The society we're creating right now, more and more men don't want to get married. And I get why. There is almost zero upside for men getting married. This isn't me saying that men shouldn't get married, or women, but think about what society is telling men about what being a man is. Tell about society is fucking men hardcore for getting married. If you get married and you get divorced, a woman takes 50% of whatever you have. 80% of relationships, the man is the biggest provider. So that's a big fuck right off the bat. What are you getting in exchange for that? Second, if you have kids with her, you're fucked because the government doesn't think that you deserve shit. So even good dads who try to stay in the kid's life are fucked. So there's a lot of men going, why the fuck would I do this? The good news is that will correct itself because eventually then people start going, oh, right? When you create mistakes, you only create more error. Error creates more error. So we've gone so far the other direction that more and more men are going like, wow.
Why young men especially are hesitant to get married is because for a lot of men, they don't see any benefit from it. You're just putting yourself at a disadvantage. If someday she could say, you know what, I'm not really feeling this anymore, I'm going to divorce you, but you're still going to be responsible for paying for me for the rest of your life.
Like I said, I'm pro prenup, and alimony is not gendered. It's literally a formula in most states. And so in a situation, I do think like, yeah, if a man wants to get married, you should think about this. You should think about this possibility. But I don't think that it's fair that a woman who has given up so much in order to be a homemaker shouldn't have any, shouldn't have anything. She should just be left on the street.
Prenups do cover alimony, but they don't cover child support for that exact reason. In the instance of a divorce, the man will help support the children, but you as a full-grown adult would be expected to be able to support yourself if alimony was ruled out inside of a
When I started this thing and I came on your show 3 years ago, I didn't understand why men didn't want to get married. And it's just me like researching why that is and like telling stories of men that have really been negatively affected by the court system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really sad. You can't hear these stories and not have it change your point of view.
Yeah.
And yeah, I will say, yeah, being put in you guys' shoes. Oh my gosh.
Because everyone turned on you over some bullshit too.
Yeah.
After doing an interview.
Well, and I used to think you guys were really harsh, but it is so hard to control a room. I used to not understand why you didn't say things nicer. And then I was in your shoes and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is impossible.
Yeah. It's something that very few people will ever understand or grasp.
Why don't many African American men want marriage? So I'm not going to stand up here and beat up black men, right? I spend a lot of time with black men. Generally speaking, men want to win. Men want to win. That's why guys are into sports. They want to win. They want to be a part of winning teams. It's an area that requires a lot of work, and a lot of guys are not so sure that they can win in that. They can win at work. They can win with their friends. Some guys don't make commitment because they're uncertain that they can win there. Like once you do that marriage thing, it's forever. Once you make that commitment, it's not just until death do you part, it's till death do you part. And some guys are saying, I don't know if I could do that. I love you. I care about you. We have a family, but I'm not so sure that I can do.
Why don't men want to get married?
Most men, a lot of men I should say, don't want to get married because they haven't finished, or they feel like they haven't finished sowing their royal oats.
What the hell? What the Africa? Some of your royal oats.
They want to continue to sow their oats And you know what that means? That means that they want to be able to explore. They want to be able to go out. They want to be able to do this and sleep with this woman and that woman and then have fun and be a bachelor. That's what the bachelor life is about. And giving up that freedom to be able to do that in a marriage is like, for a lot of men, is a death sentence.
A death sentence?
It's a death sentence.
Bruh, you act like you're about to go to the penitentiary. Good God. I mean, I imagine it's better than the pen.
You think about this. A guy who's had his fill of women, he's a good-looking guy or average guy, and he's sleeping with multiple women.
Yeah.
And he's doing this on a regular basis. He's developed that habit. Uh-huh. And now he's got to stop doing that. Uh-huh. And he has to do that with one woman for the rest of his life.
Let me just tell you something. You're gonna be an old man, like I said, on the bench, feeding the doggone pigeon, jangling your keys at women, talking about, look at girl, look at all these keys. Look at all these keys I got here. Them houses, them cars.